Yo, what is up, gamers? It's me, Sebastian, coming to the new video. This time we have Master Duel. Brand new game I've been spending a lot of time playing. I've been doing a lot of solo mode, and because I've been doing a lot of solo mode, I was able to instantly jump into rated with a deck practically like this. I've made a few upgrades since you get a lot of gems from doing rated as well. But this is like pretty similar to what I played. So yeah, this is completely free to play. I've spent zero money on the game, not by choice, that's for certain. But let's get into it quickly. So I play like Tri Engine, and I think like Tri is a good deck. If you notice here, Nerf House like nothing. I don't know what the N stands for, but Nerf House nothing. Then we have like we have Kit. Karas is nothing as well. The extra deck is like there's two ultras and then there's like Zeus and Dryden, which is like kind of but getting ultra rare, like if you guys know how to dismantle on graphics, if you see here, you're able to like go, I'll dismantle selected card, I'll dismantle Waboku, and then by dismantling Waboku you get like 10 CP. If it's like a shiny Waboku, then you get 15. And if it's like very shiny, you get the whole 30. And to make a card, like Medium with the Ice Power, you just go generate. And that's like pretty much how you get a lot of decks free to play. You're able to get pretty much anything free to play like this. It's what I did for this. And so if you do like solo mode, you have easy access to a lot of those ultra rares from the get-go, which is very nice. Because that gets you like all the mandatory stuff, and then you can just slowly build up these as you like go through rated. One thing to note is that you get roughly like 11,000 gems if you do the tutorial in like the first campaign. That's like 110 packs. If you dust down everything you don't need, that's really simple. Especially when you get to the packs where if you pull. So another thing to note. If you craft a super rare or higher of an archetype, you also get a secret pack. So if you like if you have like super rare gems to craft not a Phobe, sorry, a Ferrigite, you can like craft a Ferrigite, unlock the Tri-Brigade pack, and then you can just start pulling from the Tri-Brigade pool, which makes getting these cards easier. Some stuff are difficult, like access code Appaloosa, like kind of like you have to craft them, or at least that's how I look at it. So I crafted these, but for the most part, like you can pull a lot of these, and then some you just have to craft, like stuff like probably the size is only super rare, that's also convenient. But basically, completely free to play. I just want to show you guys how I've built Trisu, because this card's legal, and that's vile to me. When I heard Dryden was legal, I'm like, okay, this is Game of the Year 2022, 2023, 2024. Literally the best game ever developed. So let's get into the engine. Let's get into the deck. So first we have to try to play 3 Nerf Owl, 2 Crass, 3 Kit, 3 Fat Tail, 3 Revolt, 3 Tenki, 3 Desires, 3 Blade, then 1 Ram. And that's like the perfect engine ratios. Like, you shouldn't touch that. With like the 3 Desires, like this is just you shouldn't touch anything, any of those, right? And then we get to like Chalice. Chalice, very nice. Not only is it a broken card, but it's also only a rare, so it's very easy to get. Twin Twist is super rare, so it's like can be kind of rough, but I'll show you guys some even more budget alternatives in a second. And then like Call by the Grave is like ultra rare. You kind of don't need these. Like this should be what you're focusing on. Once you have all your mandatory engine cards and pretty much everything in the extra deck, what you should be focusing on is like the Mat C's. Then you should be focusing on the Ash, and then like maybe the Call by the Grave. I play 1 Nib. This is a misconception a lot of people have. 1 Nib is optimal. I see people playing 2, people playing 3. That's so bad. Firstly, this is like, if you take into account singles, you get Nib being dead so much often. But also just in general, 2 Nib is optimal because that severely reduces the chance you draw more. Like if Nibiru is dead in the matchup, that reduces the chance you see that dead card. And if you play like 3 Nib, then you run the risk of having like half your hand be dead in certain matchups, which is like no bueno. But one nib is optimal because Mat C is extra copies of nib basically. Like Mat C does basically the same thing nib does. So it's like basically 4 copies of Mat C. And then Ash and Cool Bio are important because these are counters to Mat C. This is very nice. This is like pretty straightforward. I like Gamma. Even for Gamma Set 2, I think it's worth it. Another thing to note is that it is super rare, which is very convenient. It's a lot easier to get Gammas than it is to get Faders, for example. Like Effect Faders and Ultra rare. Like most of the hand traps are. DD Crow is like a super rare, I think, but like that's about it that I could find. But if you, but I said I'll show you guys a budget first, so I'll show you guys this real quick. This is sort of like way more budget options. The reason why I include the Ash and the Lightning Storm is because you actually get these for free. Raigeki Reborn, Ash, Lightning Storm, you get one of each for free by doing like campaign or by buying the bundles. Which, by the way, getting the bundles from the shop, you get like 10 master packs, and then you get like one of these ultra rares. You can get like Ash, Lightning Storm, or and Sudden Judgment. You can get one of each. And then from doing campaign, you can get Raigeki Monster Reborn. And then we're playing like Book of Moon because it's like rares and it's convenient. Now, there's like Mat Cs here. You can replace them with like, there's like other options that you could play Dynamiscus. Like there's plenty of just like random traps that you could just like fill the slot of these ultra rares, right? So you could also play Ice Dragon's Prison. Those are the super rares if you don't want to play like Mat C, and if you're not a fan of Gamma, this could be another way you build the deck. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I just want to do a quick Tri-Su deck profile because I think this is quite seriously the best deck. I just love playing Tri-Su so much, and so being able to play it again in Master Duel is honestly quite sweet. But that's going to be it for today. I will be doing a lot more Master Duel content, by the way. So if you want to watch more Master Duel stuff, feel free to subscribe. And talking of which, I am actually in the process of editing Master Duel Experience. If any of you are familiar with my channel, you may know that I've done like experience videos. Which sort of like, they're like emoji montages basically, but they're not cringe. Smile. So basically, yeah, so I'll be bringing those back for Master Duel because I really like how the presentation looks. But that's going to be it for today, and I'll see you gamers later. Be sure to subscribe. Goodbye.